Hey. It's that time again, that magical time when I make some progress on my game. Hey, my name is Eric. The game is it's called the Godkiller. It's a 3D top-down puzzle-solving adventure game. And I have been hard-pressed to find time to work on this week. But still I managed to work on it every single day, just like usual. Yesterday, at the day job, crises, the kind that will keep people up all night if they're not handled, that kind of thing. And then I got a break from that towards the end of the day, and I started typing happily on the stream to do some work, to get some progress done, and car got broke into. And it's not even like, it's not that big a deal, for me at least, to have some damage to some personal property. It's more just like, what's to stop it from happening again? The car's parked right by my house. It was right in the middle of the day. I'll go replace the window, I'll put it back there. Next week, does it get broken into again? I don't know. That's the part that bothers me the most, is just, what's the solution, to kind of let me have a little peace on that front, because my parking spot is just out there. It's not, it's just out there exposed to the world. Yeah, I can put a camera on it. I don't know if that would scare anybody off. And the guy broke in, he got some cigarettes. So I guess that might have been a good reward for his time. But it wasted a bunch of mine. I had to talk to the police. I had to put a little cardboard patch over the window that was broken. I had to sweep up all the glass and throw it away. I had to write down the case number, send an email off to the police department again, and got all limbic too. You know how hard it is to write code when you feel a little bit of adrenaline inside of you? But I came back with the, getting all angry typing. People messing with me in my life. But I'm still going to make progress. It takes more than that to mess me up. It takes more than that to get me off the path. So I did get a little bit done last night, even off stream. And now I'm going to have, with just a little bit of luck, a more relaxed session. I need it. I'm stressed out right now. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit stressed out. I feel that little tightness up in my shoulders. Got the, what is it, cortisol, that fight or flight juice. I can feel it in me. I can feel it. All right, but let's slow it down a little bit. Let's chill. Let's get a little bit of work done here. And to start with, let's demo. So I'm making changes, and they are progress, but they're not looking like progress yet. It's hard to explain it to an outsider that this is progress. But basically, I threw away the code. That performed pathfinding when you are on the road squares. And I said, if you're on the road square, unless you're at a crosswalk, just follow the right lane. That's it. It's not 100% there yet. So I need to add something. There's a couple of cases that I want to fix. One is, see how he just turned around there? He went boop boop and went back the other way. No, I want him to go over here, then go over here, and go up here. I want him to navigate that correctly. The issue is that when I was identifying the lane direction, it was really easy to do it for all of these squares that have got an edge directly on one side. So here if I'm at the square, I've got an edge on the east side of the road right here. And my little algorithm that was figuring out lane direction could pick that up pretty quick. Say, okay, I know where we're at. You need to go north. And similarly, if I'm over here and there's like a north edge, algorithm says you need to go west. West, west. That is the right side of the road. Here, you need to go east. South edge means go east. So there's all that. But as soon as I get here, I've got no edges. I've got no west edge, I've got no north edge, east edge, south edge. So I need to extend that direction finding to work around corners here. I'm giving myself just a little thing to do this session. So I want to give myself a little room to not be stressed out. Do something kind of easy. If some people drop in and want to chat, hey, like Z for example, who's starting to become an old-time stream buddy at this point. I want to give myself a little buffer for that. So I'm picking something a little bit easy for this shell-shocked brain of mine. And I don't think it'll be too hard to get done in this session. I spent a couple hours to get it done. It'll be going around these corners and staying in the lane. Z, what's been going on? Man of 17 projects. Z, he's got a novel. He's got Project Euler. He's got Donald Knuth. He's got web app for Korean conversation learning. And he's got his regular life too, which has its own demands. Anyways, he's got a lot of stuff going on. Well, I've been on, but I've been on like in short amounts of time because my day job has been kicking my ass. So every single day I've been on. But 2 days ago it was a 15-minute session. Yesterday it was like maybe 30, 45 minutes because a combination of two things, work and someone broke into my car and I had to go deal with that. And today it seems like things are a little bit calm now, so I think I can kind of get back into my normal flow. Yeah, the car break-in really sucked, not because of the damage to the car, but just because I don't feel like I yet have a good way to prevent it from happening again and again and again and again, which could be very draining, emotionally and financially. It's $500 to replace a window on that car. So I do gotta think about that. So it's like I just have another project, like putting up a surveillance camera and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, I hope things have been going good for you. I'm gonna get my lanes doing their turn around the corner thing, and that will make me happy. It's amazing what makes me happy. Good to hear. I tell you, so here's how you know I'm an engineer at heart. Oh, wait, never mind my thing. Tell me your sad conclusion. Okay, well, how come? I mean, there can be lots of good reasons for it, but just curious. Yeah. You know, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Um, so there's this idea that you've got two different modes in when you're developing software. One is like a prototyping mode, and you expect to like abandon projects and kind of like shelve them, maybe come back to them later, that kind of thing, while you're in prototyping mode. And then like when you finally have a project you feel has got some legs to it, then push on, you know. Plus, I mean, this might be your first web app, you know, like, or at least maybe the first one that was like had sufficient complexity to it to think of it like a product or something that you might try to entice people to come and look at. And that's a pretty large undertaking. It really is. So I wouldn't beat yourself up about it at all. Not that you are necessarily, but yeah. I don't know, if you get like that guilty feeling, whenever you feel guilty about something, I don't know, it's not like, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'd be light. I'd try to be light. There'll be a time to be heavy. Maybe now's not the time. It's that horrible thing about doing streams. It's the asymmetry of the communication. So it makes it so I like keep on putting words at you and saying lots of stuff. And, yeah, I don't want to keep. I don't want to just pile on and be some torrent of advice and who cares. React Native, yeah. You got a little bit of background in React now. React Native, that'll get you into the app world if that's where you want to be. I am kind of a fan of small websites that do the same thing that the apps do. If I have to admit, in practice, I don't use them that much. I just like the idea that instead of having to install a stupid app, you can just use a web page. And there's some websites that always try to push me to use an app, and I just say, screw it, I'm going to keep using your web page. Facebook, LinkedIn. So I don't feel like every single app should be an app. I mean, like every single type of software that you use on your phone should be an app. Maybe. I don't know. The other thing is, I'm a little bit dubious that people really want to use apps, because I know that there are companies that they have their own agenda for releasing their software as an app as opposed to a web page. So the LinkedIns and the Facebooks of the world, they know that when you install that app, they're going to get some extra permissions, and they're going to be able to get more data from your phone and send it up to their servers and stuff like that. So I'm not an expert, but I'm suspicious. You know, it can be true that most of the users are app users and not web users, but that doesn't mean that that's their actual choice. Like some of those users may have the preference to use a web app to do something. Depends what it is too. But like, if there was an app that all it did was display information about a company, or an app that all it did was here's a good one, Medium. So Medium has an app you can download to look at their content. It's so pointless to me. I like a lot of Medium content. I don't want to use something besides a web browser for it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm suspicious of this idea that it is an app world and everyone wants to use apps. We also get trained to do things that companies want us to do. We start working for our phone instead of our phone working for us. My big anti-app manifesto. Yeah, they're not the worst things in the world. Alright, so let me think. I think I put a big old to-do in here. Yeah. So this logic up here. So this logic up here, it handles some of the cases, but not all of them. So let me think about the other cases. I think corners. No, corners are working okay. It's the inner corner that isn't working. That's what it was. Okay. So this inner corner is not working because it has no edges. Okay. So let's call this the problem square. That's one case. I think I might be able to get all of these cases with just diagonal checks. Vim? You mean the text editor? So did somebody roll up on you and say, you don't need all these IDs, you just need one text editor. It's going to be Vim or Vi maybe. Some weirdo purist. Let's see, the other old one is Emacs. So goes the pitch. Real hackers use terminal-driven text editors, and they eschew all these fancy IDEs. You can do everything you could in IDE inside of Vim or Emacs or Vi. And yeah. I bet you there's somebody that did that to you. Also, I think they're an idiot. Wait, here's the case though. So you will probably in your path as a software engineer find yourself in places where you're logging into another server with only a terminal connection between you and that server, or you're on a computer that doesn't have all the normal software that you use as part of your normal workday, but you still have to use that computer. And then if you've got some knowledge of how to bring up Vi or Vim and do a few simple things, edit files, insert lines, save files, it's kind of like knowing how to change your tires when your car breaks down, and so you don't have to have a tow truck, take it to a shop. You can get the spare out of the back and get back on the road long enough to get to where you need to go, that kind of thing. I do encourage like somebody to figure out the basics of using Vim, but as far as like use it for everything, nah, stupid. I guess to each their own, but I don't like memorizing all these weird combinations of key presses, and like you hit escape and then you hit the / and then you type the text you want to search for, you hit enter, you'll find the occurrences of that text. Oh, you want to find the next occurrence? Just do escape and then you do so unintuitive. I'd cover the basics, learn the basics, so you can edit some configuration file on some server someplace when you have to, but yeah. Alright, so I'm working on this theory that if I don't have orthogonal edges, for my remaining cases I should be able to determine it by just checking the diagonals. So and say that if I've got a northeast non-road square, I would always go north. Northwest non-road square, always go west, etc., etc. I think it works up here too. It does. I think this is going to be it. And I think I can even check up here. Okay. Okay, I can be even better at this. I can do it all in one loop. So let's. I hate this about C#. Alright. Why would you not have some way to assign a constant array? Why do I have to do my friggin' static read on this? Stupid or friggin'. Oh no. Okay. My data structure is not sufficient, so I gotta make a new one. Well, since it's gonna be coupled to all this, might as well just make it an array. And I can get away without using that switch statement below. Cool. Okay. And if those two are coupled, then I might as well keep these the same. Drifter, good to see you, man. What's been going on? North, south, east. So okay. Here I gotta see. Z, are you still on? Because this topic that came up, I just feel like Drifter's gonna have an opinion on it. Okay, Drifter. Do you recommend the use of Vim or not? Because well, from what I know about Drifter, because if I was going to profile you, I'd say, okay, guy's been around for some decades like me. Also, he's a handmade enthusiast, kind of like doing things from scratch, even if it's the hard way for better results. Open source, you like open source stuff as opposed to proprietary tools. So I would have pegged you for like, yeah, Vim, Emacs, Vi, yeah, dig into that stuff. Oh, I can't call it direction. I already have one called direction. Sounds very sane, Drifter. Maybe a little bit safe, though. Maybe a little too safe of an answer. I'm being stupid about this. I don't need all this. Let's have this. Just correspond. Index will correspond to int value of direction enum. Yes, that. Okay. Let's see, and if do that, then let's do yeah, I see the wisdom of that. I think I've gone the opposite direction currently, but I end up changing my ID. It seems like at least once a year, just for the sake of neuroplasticity, if nothing else. It's not good to get all tied into one type of development environment, I think. Like you should be ready to switch it up. Keep your brain loose. Account. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I do like some good linting. Has to be good though. Not just crying wolf at every stupid stylistic thing. So we go. And then let's see, I need not edges, but lane edges. That's pretty nice. I get to just replace big old switch case with this much better code. So when it comes out of this, I should be able to do some analysis. Yeah, like with the Unity development, there are many times where, well, I mean, you're talking maybe also about auto completion, or maybe I am, but the auto completion I think is pretty good too for just learning what an API does. I mean, how many times have I just gone, what is it, math F, what do they got? What was that one called? Yeah, was it capital A, capital B, capital S? No, it was capital A. Okay, yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, I remember job interviews long ago, like in the pre-IntelliSense days, where they would say, what are the parameters you pass to string copy? You know, stuff like that. And that might be not a good example, because that's so bread and butter. It would be kind of dumb not to. It would be bad if somebody didn't know that. But see, you got the handmade sensibility there. I'm somewhere in between the two. I'm not going to go grab every third-party asset. I have written a whole bunch of stuff that other people would tell me, just do it with this other library, and it's like, but there's like a 25% chance it'll screw me over in some way, and it's not that much longer to do it myself and have more control over the result. Yeah, the stuff that's really plagued me, it's never been, no, that's not 100% true. It's mostly never been my code. Because I always felt like there was some way to work through it when it was just my code. It's when there's somebody else's black box that's failing you, and then you're just like Googling on the internet, how do you get this thing to work? Support calls. Playing with the black box to see if you can get the black box to do what it needs to do. Even if it's open source, if the source code is complex enough, it might as well be a black box, because you don't want to go into it. Because the open source black box, it's not really nice. For open source, but it may have been created to handle many more cases than what you need, so it'll be much more complex. I mean, you just need a host to listen on a port 80 and respond back with some text. Do you need an Apache web server for that? You know, or an Nginx? Yeah. There's some value in just doing things simply and doing it with your own code at times. Alright, let me see if I can actually get this thing going. Okay, so close that off, and then yoink that, and I think I can get the rest of it inside of this function. I will need to pass a different parameter. Did I put that in the wrong spot? I I did. So get that up here. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I had that experience with a JavaScript library called Turf. And I thought this F me, I don't know why the hell you're awake. You can't just patch it in the way they roll of it. Sleep is for the weak. F me, don't make me come over there and shake you to get you awake. No, some library called Turf, and it's open source, and it handled trigonometry functions and geospatial math. And I thought, there's all these people with their wonderful college educations, they're immersed in math. They must be a lot more rigorous than the average programmer. I went in there with my high school math, and it was just so gross. There was so many problems, just kind of terrible issues to solve, and bad commits, and like not like you wouldn't roll your eyes at it from a software engineer's point of view, but the math in it wasn't good, and they didn't like define very well what they were trying to do and what the contract of functions were, and like if you could pass in certain kinds of shapes and stuff like that. Drove me nuts. It was a very emperor has no clothes moment for me, and I told myself after that, just because it's open source, just because there's a bunch of smart people involved in it, doesn't mean anything. That's a pretty good description. Right now I'm like writing some code that makes these little guys walk on the right side of the road all the time. And I'll say, let's say this is going to be oh yeah. Well, I think we double answered you. How's your game going, F me? Let's see. You've got like it's like a 2D RPG thing. This is so wordy. I think I have to make an accessor so it's not so friggin' wordy. Okay. I'm jealous. That's what I want to do too. I've got this little screen up here that I keep updating. And I can't wait to get over here to the content part. Like your plan, I guess. I guess we chose similar plans. Like, get the core first, then do the content, which I think must be a sensible approach for a lot of games. But I love making levels. Love it, especially with puzzles. Yeah. Although I'll tell you, after me, I was thinking I might want to get like a old school clacky keyboard. It won't sound good, but it'll feel good. This is like I think this is just a basic iMac keyboard, stock keyboard. I do have like some friends that are totally into keyboards, and they've got like these little testers that they'll have like on the tester they'll have like a matrix of like 40 keys, and they have different amounts of resistance when you push on them, and little clicks and things like that. There's a lot of refinement one can do to your choice in keyboards. Yeah, I might as well just make this really concise if I've got to write a bunch of code for it. Yeah, that's the shit I think I might want to get back into. The other thing is sometimes I angry type, and when you angry type, it feels good to have it go clackety clack clack clack. If me, like if I want to look at like videos of like the one you just talked about, is it best to see them on Twitch under your channel name, or like do you export them to YouTube or anything like that? Cool. I am going to make sure that I finish this particular feature, and then I'm actually quite curious. If I say this is the rest of it that I didn't have before. So northwest will always be west. Northeast is always going to be north. Southwest is always going to be south, I think. Southeast is always going to be east. Okay, that's symmetrical. Okay. I know. And there's part of me that knows like there's some way to restructure this to put it like in, you know, like a array where it gets, the result comes back automatically. I just, close enough. Oh, that hurts to call it code spaghetti. That really hurts. Alright. I think I want to step through this. Okay, let's see if that builds. Okay, let's debug it. Hit play. That was wrong. Well, it stopped from playing. Did it? Okay, it didn't play anyways. Huh. Have some solid sleep. And I'll take back my comments about not requiring sleep. Probably you do need some. Okay. So let me go here and let's generate the roadmap. Let's see what it ends up giving me. Yeah, that's a good point. So what's actually in here? Okay, so this is north, this is south, west, east. South and east are set. And then so 3 of the diagonals are set. I wish I could hop back to Unity and see visually what it was doing, but so north edge is set. That means it's just going to ignore the rest. They'll return west. I think there's one other change I want to do for debugging. I'll just add a 2 string on this so I can just see it more easily. Yeah, this code in particular is editor-only code, does not run during the game. It's actually a relief to switch over to a non-performant coding style and just worry about making the code maintainable. It's sort of the enterprisey approach to writing code. Actually, that you just reminded me not to waste time adding in a string builder. So let's see. Let's return. Say string. Right. Angry typing at my silliness. Okay. that. Cool. Cool. Yeah, you're talking about the 2D text engine? Or was it a different project? Cool. Yeah, that one sounded interesting. Oh, for React Native? Okay, let's see if that... There. Let's do... No, I think Z's got the stuff. I've looked at some of his code. And it's pretty nice for like new coder stuff. I mean, not that I'm terribly elitist about it, but it's just nice when you see somebody who's just starting out and it's fairly logically put together. So that's a corner. So it should be returning. Should be returning south for that one. Let's look at the next one. Actually, I know the stuff up here works fine. Let me just wait until I get down to here. Okay, so this is like, okay, that's north. Okay. Thought it was going to be more helpful than it was. Alright. I think I'll be okay. I'm going to try it out. That did not look healthy. What's that about? What? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, at least it's reproducible. Well, thanks for nothing. Jet boy. Did you start school today, or was it? No, it's next week, right? Oh yeah. Then you got to go take that scratch class and see if you can bear it. It's just irritating. I can't look into this dictionary thing. Maybe I should just wonder how many bytes it would be if I just made it just a simple multi-dimensional array. So if we had, say, 100 by 100 by 100, that would be that many bytes, that many K, just under a megabyte of memory. Okay, that's not bad. Well, oh, but then I gotta multiply that by size of an int. Okay, it might be a few megabytes. That's not a big deal. Just get rid of this dictionary thing. Wow, Jetboy, that sounds pretty intense. Alright, let's see. Oh my god. Name that. Yeah. the power to shoot yourself in the foot thing. This should... What? I said it, did I not? Oh, I bet I didn't set it. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, so this, got it. Okay. Makes sense. Or yeah, Drifty. We'll get that crazy 2D engine thing going. It is kind of crazy, but in a fun way. Did that work or not? No, it did not. What the hell? I think I'm not done with that, so let's keep going deeper. No, that fails. I'm not done with that. For the draw. Okay, cool. I want to become famous someday. Stupid bots. Okay, what's the issue here? What's at the top? There's this road diagnostics. Something else is failing, but it's not doing it in a very reasonable way. Let me turn off that drawing thing. It's just cluttering it up. What am I missing here? So if I just try to step over it, should throw some kind of exception. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Wow. Huh. Do I even need the lane map anymore, though? So I'm setting this whole lane map structure, and the end result of it is that after that's generated, it gets passed on to set the road piece instructions for the lane direction. That's kind of ridiculous. What if I instead said no, I'll go ahead and keep that. Maybe there are no road instructions yet. That could be it. Dang it. Where's my debugger? Yeah, that's the problem. Doing a real sloppy coding job today. I think my brain is in the wrong place to be doing it. I'm very punchy. I'm trying things very fast, trial and error type of a thing instead of slowing down and contemplating. It might be like too much coffee or something like that. I don't feel 100% myself, to be honest. So I'm going to try to get back into my more contemplative mode here. Making a lot of junk decisions really fast. Hey. So I don't think this code should work. Yeah, I'm just like, try this, try that, try this, try that. No, slow down, slow down. So what creates the road instructions? So it'd be set instructions, but it actually has to create them first. I might have deleted that code from one of my flurries. Yeah, I am acting just like a squirrel. I try to be a wiser squirrel. So the top of this is get all the road pieces. Then we say create the road layers. What does that do? Nah. Yeah, you know, part of it is I know I'm pretty close to having the feature done, so it feels like if I just spend 5 more minutes on it, it's done, and I keep tripping myself up with that. You know what? This time I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to get a quick glass of water. Let's see if it helps. This is garbage. So let's just say we're creating it for the first time here. It's a bunch of functions I know I'm gonna get rid of, so I'm gonna just delete them. If I need to bring that code back, I'll just go to Git and look for it there. Man, I wrote a lot of code around the staircases. Wow. Okay, this I don't think is being called anymore. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Cool. Alright, that has some small chance of working. Okay, so it looked like it was successful in generating the roadmap, serializing it. Now I'm starting the player. I'll see if the player is able to pull in the roadmap and use it. Okay, it doesn't look like I've regressed. That much is good. I'm just going to follow my enemy here and see how he does with the corners. So far he's staying in the right lane, which is good. Here's a good test for him. You gonna keep going east? Good. Okay. Yeah, he turned the loop. He's coming back the other way. Okay, I'll follow him. Nice. That is new functionality. In the past, he would have just jammed through that. Now he's scrupulously following the right lane. I like it. This is probably going to be the end of the session right here. I'm not seeing any bugs. Oh, here's another test. Ah, yeah. Squirrel brain makes it through. Looks like I'm running some crazy marathon. So yeah, this is good fun for me. I feel like you know, I can set up all these complicated paths, and all my citizens will dutifully follow the rules of the road. And yeah. So the next parts that I'll do in a different session, make him continue up the stairs instead of turning the corner here. That takes a little bit of extra work because I've optimized my data structures. I've optimized my data structure so that they don't store information on every height. So like this part here is sort of blank in some ways. There's like this other type of data structure that kind of efficiently represents the heights but no other information. So I have to make something that just kind of continues the road traveling behavior despite not having the normal set of data structures available while it goes over here. But I'll save that for another session. It's nice to be able to start the next session with no known bugs in the feature, and you know, just kind of add to it without a gross feeling like I'm starting something dirty. All right, Z Drifter, great to have your company. Hope to see you again. Jet Boy, if you're still on. I'm sorry I didn't chat with you too much this time. Thanks for joining in. Anybody else that's lurking, you are quite welcome here. See you all.